Hello everybody and welcome to Sylvie Says. Last weekend I saw Arthur Miller's Death of a Salesman at 6th Street Playhouse, and I highly recommend that you do the same. Death of a Salesman is one of Arthur Miller's most famous works, along with The Crucible, and is highly regarded as one of the most insightful literary works of all time. This play is written in the 1940s and centers around a man with dementia, and how him and his family cope with the disease and with its worsening effects on both him and his family members. Death of a Salesman encapsulates many themes that are still prominent today, such as greed, pride, the values of family, and the American dream. One value in particular that I found interesting as a woman is how patriarchal the society was back then, and how important pride and ego was to men in the 1940s. The play itself just shows just how much we've improved, both in our way of thinking about the world itself and our stance on medical issues and mental illness such as dementia, as the main character of Death of a Salesman really had. One of the things that I loved about 6th Street's interpretation of Death of a Salesman was how they used lighting and costume changes to indicate whether what was happening on stage was reality or was in Willie's mind. The actors themselves did an incredible job of portraying both the present day and past versions of their character, and were amazing at getting the audience emotionally invested in their characters and in the story. I went to see the play with my grandmother, my mother, and my little brother, and by the end of the play, all of us, including the rest of the audience, were sobbing our eyes out, both because of the actors' incredible portrayal of the characters and the subject matters touching so close to home in many of the audience members. Overall, Death of a Salesman was an amazing play, both its content and the way 6th Street and its actors portrayed it, and I definitely recommend everybody to go see it, especially if you enjoy deeply moving pieces that leave you with something to think about after you leave the theater. Thank you for watching, and go see Death of a Salesman at 6th Street Playhouse.